Hey everyone, this is Josh, and this is part two of me sort of throwing down the gauntlet with Haverkamp. This is part two of my polygraph test challenge to Haverkamp Properties to prove that they are not engaging in landlord harassment against me and that they're all on the up and up. So, everything I've been saying is a lie and so on and so forth. Now, I want to explain something here. A lot of people might be wondering why I'm challenging Haverkamp to take a polygraph test. Why I'm challenging Brooke Farmer and Todd Westenberg and Vinnie Linhart to do such a thing. And the answer is really simple. If you look at this like a chess game, right? But this is kind of like the preseason chess game. The real chess game will be played in court when I have a chance to sue these people. But if you look at this like the preseason chess game, right? The calm before the storm, if you will. In a preseason kind of way, I've just put them in checkmate. Because here's the thing. I've been on here making accusations for the last 2 months. Publicly, right here on my YouTube channel. I've been flat accusing them of landlord harassment, intimidation, retaliation, all kinds of things. You guys have seen me do it. So I've gotten things to the point where people are starting to kind of know about this situation. But they don't know who to believe, and I understand that. I'm just a guy. I don't know most of you. Haverkamp has a good reputation. Cornerstone Church, where a lot of Haverkamp's employees go, definitely has a good reputation around town, and it's my word against theirs. So I understand why, people would be skeptical of my statements. But I've put Haverkamp in a position now that I've been making these accusations for a couple of months, and now that I've laid down this polygraph challenge, I put them in a position now where I've basically got them in checkmate in a preseason way. There's no way that they can come out of this challenge looking good. If they ignore my challenge, that's a really bad look. If they do anything against me, like put a 3-day notice on my door, put an eviction notice on my door, move forward with eviction or some other kind of disciplinary action against me, it's going to be extremely obvious that it's retaliation for the challenge that I just issued. And retaliation for my YouTube channel in general. Not that they haven't been obvious before, they have. But this is, if they do something against me now, it's going to be so obvious that it's not even, there's just going to be no way to deny the truth, that I'm telling the truth, and that they have indeed been harassing me. Now, I'm actually willing to pay for Haverkamp's polygraph test. I found somebody to back me. And this person is willing to actually shell out the cash if Haverkamp wants to accept my challenge and take a polygraph test. Now, do I expect Haverkamp? Do I expect Brooke Farmer? Do I expect Vinnie Linhart, Todd Westenberg, and especially Brooke Farmer to take this polygraph test? Absolutely not. They are not going to go anywhere near a polygraph machine. They're not going to do it. But I've put them in a position where they look bad no matter what they do. If they put a notice on my door, it's obvious retaliation. If they ignore this, it's a bad look. If they refuse the challenge, it's a bad look. And if they do go take the polygraph test, they know what the results are going to be. So that's going to be a real bad look for them. So no matter what, I've just now put them in a position where no matter what they do, it's obvious that I'm telling the truth, and it's guaranteed that they come out of this looking really, really bad. Really bad. Now, the thing is, I've been a quiet paying tenant here for the last 7.5, almost 8 years. I have never given anybody any reason to have a problem with me. None of my neighbors have ever known I existed unless they've given me a reason to assert my presence. I live a quiet life in here. I have friends over maybe once or twice a month. And other than that, like, nobody even knows I'm here. I have done absolutely nothing to deserve Brooke's constant targeting and harassment over the last year. Nothing. And I've given them plenty of chances to stop screwing with me. But they just kept targeting me. So when I wasn't kidding when I said that when I actually decided to fight back, I was for real. And this here is my next move. I dare you guys to put a 3-day notice or something on my door now. Go ahead. Do something else. Make some other move against me. You might as well, right? You already look like crap anyway. You might as well just go through with whatever you're going to do. But, they're in a bad position too because they know I will take a lie detector test. I have no problem getting on a polygraph and answering questions so long as the questions pertain to the situation at hand. In other words, the accusations I'm making and so on and so forth. But I'm not going to let them ask stuff about my personal life or whatever. And I'm not asking about Haverkamp's personal life. Like, I'm not going to be, like, if Todd takes the polygraph test, I'm not going to ask him who's cheating on whose wife up at Cornerstone or whatever, right? This all has to do with the situation between me and Haverkamp. But, nobody strong arms me. Nobody pushes me around, at least not for real long. And Brooke Farmer has continuously tried to push me around and bully me into breaking my lease and threaten to evict me and all this stuff, even though I've been a quiet paying tenant for almost 8 years. I've deserved none of this. But again, anyway, I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm going off on a tangent here. But that's why I made the challenge. I made the challenge because with everything else that I've done over the last couple of months and with everything that's kind of now public knowledge, with me making this polygraph challenge to them, they're not going to make the same challenge back to me because they know that I'll walk right into a place and take a polygraph. They know I'm telling the truth. So they're not going to make the same challenge to me. But by me making that challenge to them, again, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but I want to reiterate. I have now put them in a position where now they look bad no matter what they do. If they ignore this challenge, bad luck. If they put some sort of 3-day notice on my door at some point in the next week, month, whatever, obvious retaliation, bad move on their part. If they do anything else against me, it's an obvious retaliation thing. And of course, they can't actually accept my polygraph challenge, especially Brooke, because they know they'll fail. And they know they'll fail miserably. So that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. That's why I chose to do this right now. And, I'm doing things a certain way for a reason. I'll break that down sometime in the future. Someday when this is actually all over with. But for now, I just have to play the game the way I'm playing it. And I have to take things slow, right? So it is what it is. That's all for today.